so far away when I feel the snake bite into my veins. Never did I wanna be here again, and I don't remember why I came.
Officially copy striked from YouTube.
Copy strike. Demonetized. Oh, welcome to Scaredycast.
They're like, holy shit, these guys actually got Godsmack on the show.
You guys thought.
Yes, we did,
We
actually.
got you. Admit it.
wish. Welcome to Scaredycast, everybody. We are at the beautiful Taproom 120 in East Mesa / Gilbert.
This episode brought to you by Tap
Almost
120.
New Mexico, I feel like.
And
It's
hold on.
beautiful out here.
We got to shout out. Cameras on me. Patent 139 Brewing Co. These guys gave us this awesome 4-pack called Loch Ness Lager, which is, I swear to God, this is made with avocado because I can taste it in here.
Okay,
And
so
it's
people
so
have told
damn
him
good.
10 times, yes, it is made with avocado.
Well, nobody like fully was like, yeah, for sure.
Legitimately, that was a part of
Everyone
the
was
spiel.
like, I
It is
think
made
that's like,
by the people who own Haas Avocado, like the brand. They have
well, it doesn't mean it was made. Whatever. You know what? Look,
it. It has like an
it's
avocado
great.
pattern on it.
Okay, thank you guys for letting us try this. What?
It has an avocado in the
Yeah,
logo.
well, Starbucks has a
Excellent
mermaid woman
product
on
read,
their
as
logo.
always.
Well, their coffee's also
And
made out of
their
mermaids.
coffee's-
That's why they're
Fuck,
extinct.
you're right.
So I don't know what to tell you. But yes, Taproom 120 treats us so incredibly well. Tony is having an aneurysm right now because we can't deal with Brian over here.
Whoa, what
not
did I do?
listening to anybody
I gave
ever.
a shout out. Tony, what do you mean you can't handle this?
I can handle all of it.
Oh, you better stop or I'll come over there and kiss you. I was waiting for a reaction. Nobody. It was like, whatever, just do
Crickets.
it. Weirdos.
Promise?
But
Yeah,
what is
just
so
kiss 'em, who
exciting,
cares?
talking about Taproom 120 treating us so well, is that by the time that people listen to this.
Hey, I'm not done with Loch Ness Lager.
Oh, okay.
Because I have a little review I'll do real quick.
I didn't know you were a beer reviewer.
I'm not, because I'm not a big beer drinker. I like my ciders. I like my fruity cocktails, like that. But I like this.
Avocado's
I
technically
like
a fruit.
this. I like this Loch Ness Lager.
I think it has avocado in it.
Maybe I'm not a big beer guy, and I definitely don't like avocados, as you can tell by my figure. And I gotta say, this beer's good.
Well done.
Well done.
Patent
Ladies and
139
gentlemen,
Brewing
breaking
Co.
news. Breaking news.
Whoa.
We're here live at Taproom 120, so everybody needs to be made aware. Emergency alert. Dust storm warning.
Oh,
There
bro.
might be a haboob on the way. So,
Good thing I'm a haboob man, not a ass man.
But you're a Haas avocado man.
I'm big Haas.
A Haas.
I'm full Haas,
man.
baby.
we're hosses, all
We're
right.
Hosses. Yeah, you know who wasn't
we're
a Hoss?
hosses.
That guy. Oh,
There
you
we
hear the
go. We
alerts
hear
going
it.
off?
The alert's going off.
Yo.
I told y'all. We broke
Hug
the
your
news
loved
before
ones.
your phones did.
Dang,
Yeah.
you're like ahead of the game.
I am. It's that pumpkin chai latte with espresso I had.
Shout out Starbucks and shout outs Tony for getting me a pumpkin spice chai espresso thing you got me. It was so good.
Extra,
oh my God.
extra pumpkin pumps and
This is
extra
explaining a lot.
espressos.
Cool band name.
Extra pumpkin
No,
pumps.
just pumpkin pumps.
Pumpkin pumps. That's pretty cute. I like that.
I like it.
All right.
Hey, what's happening in little over a week? Well,
Smashing pumpkin pumps.
this episode's going to come out on Monday. So what's happening this Saturday?
Ooh-wee, let me
Not
tell
this
you.
oh, yeah.
Saturday, September 9th, we're going to
There it
be
is.
right back here at Taproom 120.
I swear this will be the last.
I was thinking that. I'm sorry. Damn.
Man, we're just
I
all
point. We're
over the
fucking
place.
up tonight.
That's what happens when you have too much espresso and then you have a bunch of
Avocado
liquidness
lager.
poured on top of it.
Taproom 120 for the first ever SCAREDYCON is going to be a day full of incredible stuff.
And it
It is
keeps-
presented by Sanctum of Horror.
Oh, yeah.
Have to say
Shout
that.
out Sanctum.
Absolutely incredible. It is going to be a day full of incredible
People, things,
people,
places.
things, stuff, bands,
Yeah.
podcasts. I
Dude.
mean, huge shout out to Ray and Matt. Like, they have absolutely crushed it. Taproom
Yeah.
120 is going to be like nothing you've ever seen before. What's going to be happening, Brian?
Dude, so many things, and I just talked to them tonight, and they told me more things that were gonna happen.
Oh,
it gets
I
better
am
every day.
ready.
And actually, I might be doing a little costume change myself. Might be showing up, not looking like I normally do.
What does that mean?
You'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, no
Come
spoilers.
on down, yeah.
It may or may not be Brian in a gold dust cosplay.
Oh.
Dude, ever since I seen that, whew,
We need to get a white Bronco out here, and then you'll be good.
Oh, no. Okay. So anyways, I swear this is the last time we're going to just word vomit about Scaredycon as we have been doing for the last like 3 months. But like
So stoked.
seriously, September 9th, guys, you need to come out this Saturday. We have so many things going on. It's free. It's awesome. It's amazing. Look up Taproom 120. Get the address. Come down here on, I think it's 12 to 10? Like it's like all day, all night.
It's
All day.
12 till.
Yeah. There's a hotel right across the parking lot, so we're gonna crash there because none of us are gonna be able to drive out of here. It's gonna be so many vendors and live music and tattoo artists and reptile ladies and Bigfoot Beach and monster girls and pageants and God, there's
and
so
sexy
much.
bartenders and one
Oh.
of Tony's favorite actors in the world from one of his
Ever.
favorite movies in the world.
Yes.
Say it.
Behind the Mask, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. Leslie Vernon himself, Nathan Basil's going to be here.
Goddamn, couldn't have said that better myself.
Dude.
So
Top 5.
movies.
Top 5 of my favorite horror movies, for sure.
Wow.
100%.
All right, guys.
It's
So
so
A
great.
lot. And
September
there's
9th.
going to be over 30 vendors.
Yes.
Like you mentioned, there's going to be tattoos, and
Yeah.
it's obviously going to be Flash, but there's going to be some cryptid stuff going on.
Uh-huh.
There is going to be a cryptid pageant as
Yeah.
well.
Hot babes and monsters. That's
Hot
literally
babes, monsters is what we do. There's going to be
Yeah.
hot bartenders, which maybe that's a part of the surprise that Brian's going to be doing.
I
don't
can't
know.
s-
We're gonna,
my
we
lips
can't
are
confirm or
sealed.
deny that at all. There's going to be some exclusive beers and ciders.
Yes, Oso Brewing concocted a little drink for everybody called the Cactus Cat IPA.
Meow.
And then Taproom 120 is putting together a little cider called Tony's Sexy Cider.
there it is.
That's not the sexiest sound
There it
I've
is.
ever heard. I don't know what it is.
Here, I'll give you
Oh,
guys.
man. Ooh.
Hate that. Hate that sound. It is seriously going to be such a fun day. It
Did
is-
you? Anyways.
It's more like, is it in yet?
God.
September 9th.
This
come
is a family-friendly event.
Right there?
Yes, bring your kids.
12 to 6 is the
Bring your
family-friendly
wives.
event.
Bring your wife's sisters. Bring your moms if they're
And
hot.
it's free. Don't worry about getting any tickets.
Brian wants them all.
And
Yeah.
even if like you don't have money to go shopping at vendors, there's plenty of stuff to do here for free.
Yeah.
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 I'm gonna be getting a tattoo.
Woo, another one.
I'm gonna be getting one
Do you
to
know what you're
kind
going
of
to get?
Save some ladies for us.
celebrate, our first convention kind of
First
thing.
ever.
I'm gonna get a tattoo at it.
I knew
One
this
of
was
you-
going to happen. I knew this was going to happen.
Yeah, man.
Down the rabbit hole. He just wants to be just like me now.
Honestly, I can't even tell the difference between you two because of all the tattoos going on right now.
I'm gonna be like Bam Bam Bigelow and just get my skull tattooed.
Oh,
Yeah.
sick.
You should get a skull tattooed on your skull.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's
Got-
going to be such a fun day.
Yeah.
It's going to be absolutely incredible. We have some very talented, diverse vendors are going to be here, over 30 of them. Like we mentioned, there is going to be a Bigfoot Beach. So when your kids are out here, it's going to be a little hot outside. So, be able to cool off. And then, of course, so 12 to 6 is when all the vendors are going to be here. Then after that is going to be the party. And we're going to have some local bands. We're going to have some podcasts throughout the day. It is going to be so fun. And then on Sunday, there is going to be a brunch little special happening right here at Taproom 120 as well. It's going to be so much fun, you guys. You do not want to miss out. It is the first of its kind. There's also going to be some exclusive merch.
Yes.
Oh.
Very, 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 very limited.
Very limited.
Like almost
Extremely
single
limited.
digit amount limited. So like you have to be here to get this
Single
stuff.
digit after like Brian takes all of the
yeah.
shirts for himself.
Duh. All right. So
Also,
it's more?
live,
more.
Speaking of live podcasts, we will be doing our 200th episode
What?
at Scaredycon.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Yo, I didn't even know that. That's news to me, and I'm in the podcast.
Yeah.
And you know what I just learned?
What'd you learn?
It's not just going to be Scaredycast's 200th episode. It's going to be Basement Dwellers' 100th episode.
Oh,
In the same week.
I heard of them.
Same event.
All right.
Wow, now we
That's
get the
it.
extra treatment
That's
for
how
Basement
excited I
Dwellers.
was for
I'm taking
Basement.
that.
I was
It's gonna
gonna,
be
I was gonna,
incredible.
I was gonna interject the whole thing with my intro music, but I didn't want to.
You know what I'm going to do just to ruin that?
That took a
Basement
lot of
Dwellers
restraint for
100th
you.
episode. That's for you, babe.
Is that good?
No, Tony.
Only 100? They make pills for that.
I hate you.
All right. We have a lot of spooky stuff and cool stuff to talk about. So,
Do you have a towel?
oh, fuck.
Stay right there, babe. I'll be right back.
She lays there like a glazed donut.
All right, you guys. Yes, so scaredycast.com. Obviously, follow Scaredycast on Instagram as well as Taproom120. Be able to get all the details, and we will see you September 9th. But now let's get into the spook.
Let's start the show.
Let's start the show.
Do we have intro music?
I don't know. What segment we doing first here?
I'm about to say goodnight. Don't ask me.
You on your what?
She's about to say goodnight. Is that what you said?
About to take
Kelsey's drunk, y'all.
I'm so drunk.
Brian,
I'm
you
so
want to
drunk.
start us off with some conspiracy business?
Ooh, okay.
I
I don't
we
think
need
we
to start
have.
with the conspiracy.
This is a it's a new segment. We don't have intro music for you, so don't worry. Sure.
That works.
It wasn't assigned to anything, so there you go.
Oh,
That
perfect.
works.
That's we're going to test out a new little segment that I like to call the Conspiracy Corner.
Ooh, and we are in a corner right now.
I am
Put
the
on your
corner.
tinfoil hats, kids.
Now,
Hey, real quick, also.
oh, great.
Sorry, just
Go
real
ahead.
quick.
Go ahead.
At Taproom 120.
ahead.
Yo, I want to shout out Hot Sauce and Pepper,
Oh,
the food truck that's here tonight, because I just had their mac and cheese.
Fire.
Woo-wee.
are they going to be at Scaredycon?
Jones Family Kitchen will be
No.
at Scaredycon.
No, they're not going to be here. Ah, dang.
But you
They've
know
been
what?
here a couple nights when we've been here, and they're great.
Yeah, if you ever see the Hot Sauce and Peppers at Taproom 120, come get yourself some of this mac
Go
and cheese.
get you some.
Honestly,
Get
I
you
gotta
some of
say,
that.
all the beers I've ever had at Taproom 120, as well as all of the food vendors I've come to,
The food trucks.
food trucks. Thank you, absolutely incredible.
Dude,
like you
amazing.
don't miss. They don't
No.
miss here. They
No,
don't
it's all
miss
good.
here. Okay, so you need to come here whether you're coming to Scaredycon or not.
Like a Michael Jordan of tap rooms.
Oh,
don't miss.
damn.
I'm so glad you didn't say LeBron James. Thank you
Yeah,
so much
for
for not
real.
saying that.
We're
because
90s people, man.
Brian
We
James
gotta.
like the fourth or. I
Yeah.
mean, he's like.
That-
If that.
Yeah.
Anyways,
that.
okay.
All right.
Conspiracy corner. Ooh, brand new. brand new.
Brand new.
Where are you getting your conspiracies from?
Everywhere.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All the way to the top. I got people on the inside. We're talking the honky house, the Pentagon. We're talking.
What's
I got
the
people.
honky house?
The White House.
Oh. Why?
Why are you sitting like that?
What's the honky
It makes me
house?
feel special. I should wear a
This
suit.
is his
I should-
conspiracy sit.
Is that what your group chat with the people inside the White House call it? The honky house?
Yeah, it's code word. See,
I
you
thought
didn't know
it
what
was
it
something
was.
about the honky tonk man.
Mm,
Does that have to do with like when Elvis went to the White House? Or
Listen,
anything?
man, do you want to hear the conspiracy or not?
Yeah.
All right. Last week, maybe 2 weeks ago,
Dun, 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 dun.
we talked about the Malaysian flight and possible abduction,
Yo, that blew my
disappearance
mind.
of said airplane.
Blew
what the
my
hell?
mind.
This week, I'm going to talk about something that's been happening for at least 2 weeks now. And this is a little touchy. We're going to have to be careful what we say here because apparently we could get into some trouble talking about it. But you know me, wild card, we're going to go for it.
Brian is a wild
I
card.
cannonball into that bitch. We're going head first.
Well,
The
okay,
Maui
so let's.
fires.
Oh, I was gonna say let's ease into it of what the topic is.
Aw,
again.
just
Fire.
Cannonball's
straight up
like
fist
butt
it.
first,
Which okay,
though.
before you even say what you're gonna say,
Yeah.
I just have to say, my work actually deployed to Maui and Lahaina to be able to help with some of the animals that were there
Wow.
that obviously caught in the wildfires. Yes,
Hey,
from
nice.
it definitely is very devastating, and our hearts are with everyone. So regardless of what Brian says right now, obviously we
Do you really have
are
to
taking
disclaimer me before
yes,
my
I do, because
segments?
you're going down to conspiracies there right now, right? We just
no,
have
no.
to say our hearts are with everyone there, and we hope that as many people and
Look,
pets.
I'm like a
and
news
things are able to
anchor,
stay
okay?
safe.
I'm not here to tell you what I think or what I'm just stating the facts. I'm just here to present the news
Well, wait,
to
wait,
the
wait,
people.
wait. These are conspiracies, though.
Conspiratorial facts.
This is what I'm saying is it's news that these are being talked about. I'm not saying what's true and what's
He's
not.
just repeating what he's seen,
Yes,
everybody, all right?
yes.
So calm down.
Yeah, everybody.
All right? Don't
Yeah.
yell at Brian in them comments. I
Yeah.
see you all.
Lady, put your shirt back on. God.
Jesus Christ.
All right.
She's about to bust out the coconuts.
I love
if you
coconuts.
Keep on talking like this.
Coconut. Did you guys know that a coconut is a fruit, but it's also a nut?
I can't wait till we get into the bit.
I'm cuckoo for coconuts.
I can't ever have pumpkin espressos again.
Okay.
Tony's not allowed to have anything mind altering, whether it be weed, booze, coffee.
Caffeine.
You know,
Yeah.
you know what's great?
I think caffeine is the worst
sugar?
for him.
You can turn his mic off because you're the producer, so you could just like nix him anytime you want.
Don't you fucking dare.
But he pays me, so I can't.
That's
do
true.
that.
That's true. All right. So these Maui fires. Now,
Yes.
obviously, hugely devastating. Okay, what do you guys know about them? Like, for a fact, like, yes, I know this about the Maui fires. Because all I heard so far was, like, there's these fires that broke out. There's literally people dying.
Yes.
People lost. I mean, it's a huge, huge thing.
Yes.
Devastating.
And, like, all of a sudden, now, weeks later, they're sending, like, aid over. And I'm like, hello, this isn't even just, like, a third world country. This is literally the United States. This is a state that we are not... What?
Well, I could definitely get down into that. Well...
Get down, girl.
It's because
Go ahead, get down.
It's the U.S. and they did the same thing with Puerto Rico. They did the same thing with a lot of different devastations, including Hurricane Katrina. Unfortunately, the U.S. does not always respond quickly to certain demographics.
True.
So that is definitely a very sensitive subject right there as well. But what I will say is what I've seen that is reported is how quickly these fires spread. So at about 6:30 in the morning, there was this map that I saw that was pretty incredible where it would kind of pop up of firsthand accounts of someone that was right there by the fire and just how quickly it spread. So 6:30 in the morning, it started this really like this brush fire, like kind of on the side of the road. 6:30 in the morning. I don't know if it stated like how it started or anything like that. And then throughout the day, they were showing throughout the map of Lahaina where it was going and, you know, firsthand accounts with video. Which just gives you that first-person perspective of just how scary it was.
The horror of it,
and then it ended not even maybe 12 hours later, and people are like literally floating in the ocean and trying to stay away from it. And the smoke is just so overwhelming. And it honestly, it gives me chills right now because I can't even imagine.
How scary.
These videos. And when people are like driving down the street and there is fire on both sides, and they're like, "It's getting on here. Come on, go drive." Like it's just like, oh my god. And some of the stories that have come out of there are just. Devastating, devastating.
And here's the thing. We know this is what's real, no matter what, is the devastation. Why it happened, how it happened, that's up for debate. And I will say this is, oh my fucking Lord, the internet and streaming, like whatever it is, TikTok lives, I don't care if it's Twitter, the misinformation and all these conspiracies are coming out because of that. So
it is wild where people's like creativity, I
yeah,
guess we'll
or
go.
whatever you want to call it. The
paranoia.
Whatever. And here's the thing. So like you said, where did this start? How did this start? Some people said it was lightning strikes, but there wasn't a storm. They've had really, really bad drought. Because I was thinking, how the hell can like one of the greenest islands surrounded by nothing but water catch fire and be that dry? But it's because they were going through a huge drought. So then people they started posting this this picture of what looked like a laser coming straight down out of the sky. And if you guys have ever played Gears of War, the Hammer of Dawn, it looks just like that. It's like this straight orange laser shooting from the clouds, and there's a big like plume of smoke at the bottom. And everyone's like, oh yeah, well explain this. Where's these lasers coming from? And it's like, okay, people apparently, this is all alleged, this is just what I've been reading. You go back to 2019, a Twitter post about one of the SpaceX rockets. It's literally that picture. They just reused it and said, "Oh, look at this laser." It's like
Photoshop.
Fear-mongering. Not even Photoshop. They just took the picture from 4 years ago, and reposted it and said, "Well, explain this laser." And it's like that's time lapse of a SpaceX rocket.
Explain this laser.
Yeah. And now everyone's thinking, oh my God, it was a direct satellite laser attack to start this fire. And so it's like, holy shit. And that's taken off. On top of that, there's a popular TikTok, or you know how there's like a lot of TikToks of people crushing things or dropping red hot molten steel into something and you know, whatever.
I love those. There's
a guy that does this laser cut TikTok, and he was showing these different colored mats that he was cutting through. And it went through all the colors, and then over the blue, it didn't do anything, and then cut all the rest of the colors. So people are like, whoa, that's pretty crazy. Started posting that, and then showing pictures of blue umbrellas, blue houses, blue cars, blue everything that was survived in the midst of all this ash and destruction. So people are like, oh my God, it was concentrated.
So if I may, because I've been following this too, for sure. And there's a lot of pictures of like how our cars melted like literally into the asphalt, but like trees are still up, stuff like that. Like again, they're one-off things, but like then they're like, oh, it's kind of like the 9/11 conspiracy all over again. It's like, oh, well, steel melts at this percent. You know what I mean?
Sure.
My favorite one though, I thought that Tony would like this. I was excited to tell you guys, was that my favorite conspiracy theory is that Oprah designated laser attacks on Hawaii.
I was going to get to this.
Don't
I was gonna
get me
to this.
started on her.
Okay.
Did you see the video today?
No.
Oprah and The Rock put out a video asking people to donate. And I'm like, yeah, I mean, if people can donate, but fuck you, Oprah and Rock. Like, you fucking donate. Like,
it's kind of like when Ellen was like, hey, I
In
get
the
it,
COVID
man.
thing.
Yeah, I get it. We're all stuck in this together in my beautiful house.
I'm stuck in my mansion. This sucks.
I would love to donate to help them out if I could,
afford my rent this month.
survive myself. Like, God.
So interesting you bring up Oprah because that's the next big conspiracy thing. The whole thing with blue, it's very weird, and I can't believe how much traction it actually got because now people are trying to look for blue anything and showing that it is not, that is completely unscathed. And I'm like, okay, that is weird, but simply a coincidence. There's no way. And then they use this TikTok channel.
But anything that is burned that was blue.
Right, exactly. Well, you can't tell anyways, right? Because it's burned the fuck up.
There's no way to be able to.
Very
and then
strange.
Really quick before you dive into this, going back to the trees, I saw that as well. But there are all these biologists coming out saying that these trees are built to be able to handle outside outside heat and stuff like that. There's something biologically that allows them to be able to survive. So all these
another thing that people were saying had to be a laser is because there's a lot of pictures of boats that are on fire. And they're like, well, boats just don't catch fire. They're in the middle of the ocean. And they'll say, it must have been a laser that hit them and blah, 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 blah.
How do they think wildfires jump? It's
winds, high winds. That's exactly right. And in a tropical place like that has been experiencing drought, it only makes sense.
Yes.
But here's the other thing. Now we get a little bit more in the conspiracy is apparently how it started was the electric company, even though there was a midst of a tropical storm happening and high winds, they didn't shut off the power lines in a certain section. And now here's where the conspiracy kind of gets weird. Just a lot of coincidence. A lot of it happens in this certain section that is very indigenous, poor, not high, not high class, not high dollar. And so what happens is they didn't shut the power off. Apparently it started on a tree. It hit the power lines in the storm, blah, blah, blah. It started there. So they're saying, okay, why?
The power should have been shut off?
Yes, because the county, the Maui, whatever county, is actually suing the electrical company because of they're like, you guys turned it off everywhere else. Why didn't you turn it off here?
Okay.
And burned it. Now our shit's burned to the fucking ground when all the other power lines were already cut off.
So I can get down with that because like I was talking about earlier, just about, the way that things operate. I am seeing, and obviously a lot of indigenous people are very upset, obviously, about everything that's going on, and, obviously the tourism and, all the indiscrepancies between power and money and all this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Now, because this thing that's happened, all these people with all this money are coming in, buying up this land that's devastated.
So that's what I'm going to get to. So
this
area
I
of
can
land.
buy into that a little bit.
Get this: Matthew McConaughey, Jeff Bezos, Oprah Winfrey, what's that? Clint Eastwood. They all own insanely expensive houses. Of course, none of those were touched, but coincidence, fine. It didn't burn on that part of the. I don't know how close their houses were to these things.
They're basically on the volcano mountainous area that's right there. Yeah.
And so then you have all these people coming out that are there on TikTok taking pictures, they're firsthand, and they're saying, how come everything on this side of the street is completely destroyed? Everything on the other side is rich homes, this church that apparently didn't burn down, and people are saying that oh, God was good because he didn't burn this church down. And I'm like, well, the church was made of brick. So let's start with that. But on top of that, it's it's weird, and they're trying to be you guys are picking on this because this small area, if it gets burned to shit, completely mulched, then the land, obviously the price plummets. Rich people come in, buy it up. They can put resorts, apartments, houses, whatever they want. So
and these people have lost everything.
Everything.
So of course they're gonna be
do you remember
when
we were talking? Do you remember when we were talking about? It was it the Bigfoot? No, it was the alien. The thing that they said were predators. Those mining people were trying to scare the people out of there.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, these aliens attacked us and scratched this girl's throat when she tried to resist because they were trying to kick them out of there so they could have rights to that land. It's like a Scooby-Doo episode. So people are going, oh my God, this is planned attack. This is like they're only burning certain places, and it's like controlled burning, and they took so long to respond. Tony, you mentioned something about these fences that were being built to like they're hiding.
I saw like a brief like TikTok about it because I swiped away from it because I was like, ugh. But like they were saying like they're building these fences around the areas where they're trying to clean up, and they're saying that the fences were put up mainly to keep like smoke and debris inside the cleanup area.
Out of a 6-foot fence, you idiots.
But like the fence is also like completely blacked out, so you can't see inside of it and stuff. So
and it's like
people are like, what are they hiding in there? It's like they're hiding a construction site.
But you know what? Only the military and I think like FEMA or somebody has been allowed behind fire lines. Like rescue
for safety
groups,
or what?
Rescue groups have not been allowed behind fire lines.
See, and that's really weird. And I even if, and I'm not saying what's right and what's wrong, what's real, what's not. I'm just reporting the news. Okay.
That's all he is, man.
But like
reporting the reports.
That is
so
I wouldn't say
fucking full of
reporting
yourself, right?
We're reporting the reports is what
Yes,
we're reporting.
the reports.
Not the news. I want to say the
Right,
news.
right,
We're
right.
reporting the reports.
I just think like that is weird. There is some strange connections or just weird things
Yeah.
like why did it take so long for them to respond to this? Why is it that there's these they're not letting rescue teams go in? It's like there's just certain strange things mixed in with the absurd conspiracies that of course are going to come out of this and like 100%. But it's like I don't know. I mean, it's kind of just up to whatever you think, and I know I'm only scratching the surface. I did research for like an hour just looking at all the different things, and I know that it just went on too long. There's so many different things that I'm not even, there's no way I can cover all these. So if you guys want to do your own research, believe what you want, whatever media you want, but let me tell you, just, wow, it is a mess.
I will say the laser pictures.
Yeah.
Don't go down that rabbit hole. That's so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Okay, but if you do want to help with efforts
Mm-hmm.
to be able to help people, definitely Maui Humane Society has been doing a lot of work.
If there's a fucking laser coming from space,
Laser beams.
there would be millions of videos out about this. Like everybody
Especially during the middle of the day.
from space. Like
You wouldn't be able to
not
see it
just
everywhere.
Maui, like all of Hawaii, would be like, holy shit! Like
I like that they didn't even try and doctor the picture. They literally just saved it and then made a new post with the exact image from SpaceX. And that's the thing. Then people can go, oh, well, how do we know that was the real post? How do we know? Like, everything is just, it's whatever your imagination goes. People are just, that's what sucks with social media.
People are fucking stupid. Like, I mean, that's exactly how a lot of conspiracies happen.
But
Is people are
to
just
be fair,
fucking
I
dumb.
need to at least say this before we move on to the next thing. Anything is possible.
Not
we
anything.
would,
Not anything.
I'm not saying it's
Not
right or
anything
wrong.
is possible.
so we wouldn't
Could
do
there-
this. Going back to like people are stupid kind of thing. We wouldn't do this on purpose, but it was more of like because we were in with the hype. But back when my parents had a video store, anytime a movie like, for example, Twister was in the theaters.
Yeah.
And if you were around during Twister times,
Oh, it was all about her. Like
Everybody was all about- yeah.
everyone was scared of Twisters.
so we put National Geographic videos about tornadoes out on the shelf, and people thought that was Twister. Like they
What?
would legit be like, "This is already out on video," and they would rent it.
Oh, my
like-
God.
And I remember like even when Free Willy came out, another movie, it was fucking huge. We put like National Geographic Killer Whales. People were like, "Oh my God, it's out!" Just because they saw fucking, and we're like, "God damn, you guys are dumb."
They saw a killer whale.
Dumb.
Has to be Free Willy.
Never
Has to
seen
be.
a National Geographic logo in their life.
Nope.
They're dumb.
Free Willy.
Just dumb people, man.
Free
So,
Willy.
anyways, there's a lot. Like Kelsey said, you could look up the was it Maui Humane Society?
Maui Humane Society is doing a lot of great work, and there's a lot of organizations that are collaborating with them. But yeah, there's a lot of different ways that you can help people there. So regardless of what you believe happened,
forgot
like
to
we've
tell ya.
mentioned, there is a lot of devastation, a lot of ways that you can help. So definitely go there and support.
Now, this could have been an honest mistake, but Joe Biden said in his last statement about it, we are laser focused on providing
Oh
aid.
my God. Okay.
And that further like blew up. Everyone's like, "Oh, there it is!
what I mean?
There it is!" He knew, and it's like,
Laser
"Oh
beams.
shit!" So
They're gonna go to that like MTV
God.
commercial like from 2002 and be like laser beams and
Yep.
be like it started 20 years ago, guys.
yeah. So, anyways, you know,
Thanks, Obama.
believe what you want.
You see this episode of X-Men, from the animated series in the 90s. Well, Cyclops used his eyes and accidentally hit a tree and it burnt down. And you see how easy it could be for a tree to burn down from just lasers?
We should be suing the X-Men. So, anyways, find your own truth.
Where's Stan Lee right now? Why is he speaking up about this?
He said, I saw him in Hawaii.
Yeah.
He's not dead.
Coincidence?
He's hanging out with Epstein
They're all in Lahaina.
and Elvis.
Jesus Christ.
Maybe they're all just like sitting at an IHOP in like North Dakota, like just not even trying to be like some crazy
North
secret
Dakota,
island.
is that where you're going to go? If
They're just like, it's just some desolate place at some random IHOP. They're just hanging out.
If we can never find Brian and we don't know why, he's at an IHOP in North Dakota.
How
So
many
now
IHOPs do you think are in North Dakota?
Maybe I
Zero.
eloped with
Negative.
Bigfoot.
Negative
and
5.
Maybe I live in the woods and I live in a treehouse and I get to live my fantasy
What's that?
Oh,
living with Bigfoot in a treehouse in the woods.
like the
Alright.
guy in Birdemic.
Yeah, and we'll have lots of cats.
Let's talk about Birdemic for a second, you guys. You want to talk about some horror movies and stuff?
Oh,
Yes, I
yeah.
do.
It's time for the movie minute.
Yeah. Let's play some movie music.
Oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're good.
We had a big screening of Birdemic last week at Majestic Theater. It was
Sure did.
amazing. You
It
guys
was
got to
incredible.
witness Birdemic for the first time. It was fun.
That was very fun.
Fun. I don't think I can still hear.
Yeah.
I think my hearing is forever altered. But I will say, out of all of the movies, all 3 of the movies that Tony has recommended / made us watch, that's my number 1 right now.
Really?
You liked that better than
Birdemic.
Sleepaway Camp? I can't even look at you right now.
Better than
Please don't look
Maximum
at me.
Overdrive?
Oh, Maximum Overdrive was pretty good.
I mean...
But Birdemic, I don't know.
But
there's
you love
just some
Emilio.
charm.
A little 10 out of 10
There's a little
for
charm.
You love Emilio Estevez.
I do.
Birdemic
But
didn't have
I
that.
also love spreading the word about climate change
Oh.
and birds.
And birds.
Okay, I just have to say, so for anyone who hasn't seen Birdemic, it is a rustic charm that Brian and Tony don't agree with me on about the way that they shot it and if it's purposefully shitty or not. But I think it was purposeful because, I mean, there's just no way.
It's like a high school project, but I think I'm with Tony on this. I think he's like, this is like a classic Tommy Wiseau, The Room incident. Like, he really thinks this is great because he made 3 more.
With a 4th on the way.
Because,
Well, 3 more after the first.
Yeah.
Yep.
anyways, it was incredible. The graphics obviously were
Disgusting.
10 out of 10.
Top
Nope,
notch.
absolutely not.
Top notch. The music, the sound, the
It
lighting.
was so loud. It was a mess.
It was everything that
It was
you
a high
want.
school art project, and I loved every minute of it.
I loved every minute of it.
It was so
great.
funny and so terrible. It was great.
So bad.
Yeah.
It was so bad. It made it fantastic.
Yeah.
I wish Jacob was there so he could come in on this.
What was your favorite part?
Well, I gotta say, okay, because she kind of reminded me of my grandma, like ordering everything from QVC that you can imagine. The model's mom coming in like, and then also like sitting there saying that she supports her daughter's dream, but then also
Doesn't
saying
at
every
all.
single possible way that she could not.
Right.
But I have to say, my favorite part. So this girl went from being like this local model for like some, I don't even know.
Oh,
What
I mean,
would
it was literally like, hey, you want to come into my garage and I'll take pictures
it
of
was-
you
it was
in
like
an oriental dress?
Napoleon Dynamite, where
Yeah, it was
she's like, think
terrible.
about some fish and stuff. And it was like cultural appropriation
For
central.
sure.
And then all of a sudden she gets a call and she's like, you're going to be on the cover of Victoria's Secret. And it's like, wow, my God. So she just finds out she's going to be a Victoria's Secret model. She's obviously gorgeous. And she's just dating this guy that she didn't even know existed, that they went to high school together, shared classes, until he like chased her down on the street. And
He's got the personality of like a cannoli. Like,
no, a cannoli has way more personality. Don't you dare talk about
You're
a
right,
cannoli
you're
like
right.
that. But like they're about to like, they don't hook up, but they kind of do. They're in like a hotel for some reason, even though both of them live in that city and they have
Yeah.
places. Obviously, they're in a hotel. She's in her underwear, like looking hot, and like she comes out and he's like, "You look fine." Like my self-esteem would be.
yeah, you would have walked. You would have put your clothes on
I
and
gotta
walked the hell
say-
out of there.
She
I would have
was.
walked out in my underwear.
She's way like it was like way too hot for that movie.
Oh,
Yeah, she's
yeah.
yeah.
It's like
I
when
don't know
Harry met
how.
Sally. Like, there's no way Meg Ryan would ever go for Billy Crystal kind of thing. Is that how it was?
Like way worse though. Like
Yeah.
She's gorgeous.
Like,
no
imagine-
offense to Meg Ryan, but this girl was really, really pretty.
Like
Yeah.
it was like in Birdemic, she got like, oh my gosh, I'm a Victoria's model, like Victoria's Secret cover model, and it was like, yeah, you probably could do that in real life. Like,
Yeah,
what are you
Actually,
doing?
yeah.
no.
What are you
no
doing
joke.
in Birdemic right
She
now?
was stunning, but then it's like this guy is. I mean, you cannot get any more average with this dude.
Not
He's
even
like-
average, but the most boring.
That's what I mean, though. Just
Least-
solid 5.
least
Like, there's
helpful.
nothing interesting about you. You're just you exist.
There's one thing I wanted to point out that I forgot to point out at the screening. So whenever I saw the cast list for it, it said Tippi Hedren is in it, and Tippi Hedren's like this classical like actress model from like way back in the day. She's the mother of Melanie Griffith, the grandmother of Dakota Johnson.
Wow.
It's not the grandma, is it?
Yeah.
It's the grandma.
No. So I was like, watch the movie. I'm like, where was Tippi Hedren in this movie? They have Tippi Hedren in the cast, as in like she's in this movie,
Yeah.
but she's on the TV in the background of a scene in the movie. So it's almost like if we
Clickbait.
fucking like played an audio clip of like I don't know
007.
Arnold Schwarzenegger like saying
Yeah.
something about ghosts, and then we're like, we have Arnold Schwarzenegger on the podcast.
He's in our
you
movie.
guys. Like, yeah.
he's in our podcast.
It was just really
Oh
funny.
my god, that's terrible. So, anyways, Birdemic was a total beautiful nightmare.
Did you guys what?
Oh, I thought that like roll horror films, like that was part of the charm, right? Wasn't it like the tackiness?
Yeah.
Like
So-
why else would there be like Jack Frost 1, 2, and 3, and then like why would there be Sharknado 5? Like, you know,
This
This-
is
Why
way.
is there Sharknado 1? Let's not even talk
This
about
is like
Sharknado 5.
See, that's the difference. And I said this. If anybody knows what Velocipaster is, it's the best way I can describe it. Velocipaster knows what it is, but it owns it. It takes it seriously, but it doesn't, and you can tell.
kind of like Cocaine Bear.
Yes, this movie, it's like it's shot off of a flip phone from the 2001. Like it's bad.
With the graphics of
Like clip art. But I think that's why I think like
that's giving it a lot of credit. You remember like in elementary school when computers were just a thing?
Yeah.
And you would like do this thing and like you would drag your cursor over it and it would like reveal a picture.
Yeah.
That's way better than
was
the
like-
graphics that are in this
like the
movie.
MySpace copy paste things you'd put on your profile, the little like glitter gifs and stuff.
Yeah,
GIF.
you just
GIF.
have have to
GIFs.
see it.
GIF.
You just have to
GIF.
see it.
GIF?
But shout out to
Gift
Majestic.
like a
It's
present.
it's a GIF.
It's a GIF.
You give somebody a birthday gift
No,
or
I
a
give them
birthday
a gift. That's
okay.
that's two different words.
No, it's not. GIF and GIF. But
T.
one has a T at the end of it. That doesn't change
Oh, yeah?
the beginning of the word.
Oh, how come there's like night and night, but where's the K?
Because
go? I guess it's just
There's
silent.
a K at the very beginning of one.
Oh my God, why?
I don't know.
Oh, okay.
Because
what
they
about
both have
bass
different
and
meanings.
bass and bass?
Because night and night
it's
both
all
have different
it's all spelled
meanings.
the same. Interesting. I will die on this
I'm
hill.
gonna go to the zoo and look at the giraffes.
No, that's a
Did you guys
giraffe.
watch any other
You kind
horror
of helped me
movies?
out there, bud. Thank you for that.
Yeah, you fucked that one up.
Okay,
I
hold
did
on.
watch another movie.
Me
What?
too. I watched the first like 10 minutes of a movie.
Oh, okay.
Stephen Kang's Shark of the Corn.
Oh.
Straight up,
Shark
fucking
of the
sharks that live in a cornfield.
Corn. No wonder why you only watched 10 minutes of that.
Yeah, it was the worst thing
Why'd
ever
you stop after 10 minutes?
because I couldn't.
Oh,
I just couldn't.
You gonna go?
Yeah.
No, because then I
Were
wanted
you
to
watching
watch
it by
it.
yourself?
Nope. But then I put on Italian Job because that movie rules. So I watched Italian Job, but I started.
And he got an Italian job.
It's Steve.
Did you?
Jacob, what is an Italian Job? What if there was a sexual thing? What would it be?
I believe an Italian job
Like imagine like, oh baby, give me an Italian job. That's
would
my
have
favorite.
to do something with
Say marinara.
fresh ingredients of some kind.
I used to like some marinara.
Yeah,
Like you got to dip your balls
Or
in
no.
like a marinara, so it's like a meatballs,
of.
and then
some like capicola.
And then that's where the cannoli comes in.
Oh Lord.
chocolate chips. Okay.
Little espresso.
Anyways, I watched
Speaking of
this whole. You can find it on Amazon. It's called Stephen Kang, Kang.
Stephen Kang.
Stephen Kang's Sharks of the Corn.
It sounds like
It's horrible.
sounds like Forrest Gump trying to say Stephen King.
Stephen Kang.
Stephen King. So speaking of Italians, I watched The Pope's Exorcist.
Ooh.
I've been excited for this for a long time.
Really?
okay?
You got excited about a horror movie?
Yes. Okay.
No way.
Russell Crowe.
She just likes Russell Crowe.
There it is.
Let me tell you, I was very surprised. Okay, so I didn't really have a lot of expectations, but this movie was great.
You shouldn't have expectations, but she's been excited forever.
Ever since I saw it. Ever since I saw the preview for it. Because it seemed really out of place. Because Russell Crowe has not been in a movie in a while. And he is speaking fluent Spanish and Italian throughout this movie.
Wow.
Yes.
Respect.
I had no idea.
It's like he learned to play the violin in for Master, what is it, Master and Commander?
I don't know. I walked out of that movie.
Oh, well, he learned how to play violin for that.
It was boring.
Jesus, that's a good movie, dude. Jeez.
Okay, Pope's Exorcist, I would say, for me, it was probably like a 7, 8 out of 10.
Wow.
I was pleasantly surprised. It wasn't like corny. The actors were really good. The storyline was good. And what I found out after it ended is that it is based on true stories. And the Pope that this movie, or the Pope's Exorcist that this movie is based off of, has like a few books about his experiences that you could actually go out and read, be able to buy, rent, whatever.
Would you call it horror or like a thriller or both? Like
probably, yeah, like a mix between like horror, thriller, mystery kind of.
Okay.
Which is definitely right up my alley.
But it's definitely horror.
It's horror for sure, yeah,
Okay,
because
cool.
it's definitely showcasing exorcism. And what I like about it is in the beginning, it goes through a couple cases where they thought there was like going to be an exorcism and all this stuff, and then he kind of explains what happened and the truth behind it, and that it wasn't truly an exorcism, and that there was a psychological thing. So
Creepy.
even though I'm not a huge religious person, it was really good. But I will say the other pope that was with him to help him is infuriating.
Oh, no.
He's infuriating.
So, but the Pope's exorcism, whatever it's called,
Pope's Exorcist.
gets
Pretty
the seal of approval
Yeah.
from Miss
I think it's on
Dickerson.
Hulu. It's pretty good.
I watched, oh no, it's on Netflix.
I think it's on Netflix. It's pretty good.
It's on Netflix. I just remember at WrestleMania this year.
Yeah.
In between, shut up, it ties in, okay? Fuck you guys.
Let's hear it.
In between matches, they're like showing promos and stuff. And then in the stadium, the lights like start flickering and like all the screens, like weird shit starts showing up. And everybody's like, what the fuck's going on? Because immediately, as a wrestling fan, you're like, who's coming out?
Yeah.
Like, what is this?
Yeah.
And then Russell Crowe's face shows up and it's just a fucking like ad for WrestleMania.
Boo.
It's an ad for the Pope's Exorcist, but he's like introducing the next match or something. It's like,
God.
everybody's all mad about it.
How cool would it have been if Russell Crowe came out with his big ass beard and shit?
Oh,
and
dude, and he wrestled as the Pope's Exorcist against Papa Shango.
Ooh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
Dude, what if we got the Godfather here at Scaredycon, but as Papa Shango instead of Godfather?
What if?
Dude.
We got a week. Let's make it happen.
Let's make it happen. Dude, Papa Shango ties in on spooky shit, okay, guys? Go with me on this.
It's true.
But he was a wrestler, and he would do shit like he would beat the guy, and then like the lights would go out, and then like the guy's feet would catch on fire, and like Papa Shango would be like holding skulls over him, like like shit,
wow.
or like he'd be in the middle of a match, and like his opponent would just like start vomiting black goo.
Oh, it was like my 9th birthday.
Wait, so like kind of voodoo stuff?
Yeah, he would like put a voodoo spell on his opponents and shit and fuck them up.
Guess
Sick.
What?
I watched another movie.
You watched another movie?
But we didn't talk about it the week that I watched it. The Ritual Killer, which is
Ritual
with
Killer.
Morgan Freeman.
I love him.
And it is
God himself.
talking about some African magic and different like metaphysical type things. Really good. It was really good. That one is definitely more thriller, I would say.
Okay, where can I watch it?
TBD. Ritual Killer. Let me find out.
I will
Hulu.
say,
I'm gonna say Hulu.
while you look that up, I did watch a Russell Crowe thriller called, I think it's called Unhinged, but it's his road rage movie.
Oh, okay.
And like, it's literally just him road raging
Hulu?
against his lady the entire movie. Like, he's having like a really bad day. I think it's like he's getting a divorce from his wife. He's just going through it. He's having one of those days. He's at a red light, and he just blanks. Like, it turns green. He's blanking, so he's not going. And this girl behind him, she just like blares the horn at him, like speeds around him and shit. But then they get caught at the next red light, and he pulls up next to her and he's like, hey, like, you know, like, what was that all about? Like, calm down, lady. Like, don't you think you owe me like an apology? Like, don't you think like a beep beep would have been, you know, more suitable?
Toot,
Right,
like, beep, beep,
right,
toot,
right.
toot.
I think you should like apologize to me. And she's like, fuck you, guy. And from that point on, for the next 90 minutes, it is Russell Crowe escalating his road rage against his lady. Like, when you think, like, you have to watch this movie because when you think it ain't gonna get crazier, it fucking crazier. Like, holy shit! I don't want to spoil anything.
Called
but
like Beef.
It
All
gets
about this.
absurd.
I think there's a show like that, right? It's like road rage, and there's a show on Netflix.
It's not about the road rage. It's about both of them having anger issues, but that's where it like starts. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we on Monday morning, which if people are not Patreons, to scaredycast.com or patreon.com/scaredycast.
You did it.
I fuck that up every time.
You're okay. Shh.
We talked about stuff that is Arizona exclusive. I would say that road rage is pretty rampant in Arizona. But if someone is road raging against me for 90 minutes, that's kind of on me. Like,
this is definitely like her fault.
Yeah, get out of that. Yeah. Like, you can drive to a police station.
But
or a gun shop, I don't know.
It gets to the point where it's like, okay, dude, calm down a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the movie's called Unhinged.
She just beat him a little bit?
Oh, no, she like blared her horn at him. He asked for an apology because he's like, hey, sorry, I'm just having a bad day. And she's like, I don't give a shit. Like, go, life's green, asshole. And then he's just like,
give us one example of something that's like a little over the top road rage.
He starts murdering her coworkers.
Oh my God. I feel like
he's
this is a weird premise
this lady.
of the movie.
Dude, like, the police get called, and obviously, like, all right, the police are going to show up. He's killing the police. Like, he's just killing everybody.
I feel like that's a very weird premise for a movie, especially for him. He does such amazing, epic movies with, like, crazy acting and great roles. Like, he learned 2 languages to do this one, and it's like...
He might live in Italy now, I think.
It's like, this is just a guy that got pissed off, and, like what the hell? This movie just seems ridiculous.
Like Liam Neeson, where he just does the same movies over and over and over again.
Yeah, but like, Russell Crowe, he seems like way too good for this. Like, what are you doing, man? What are you doing?
I mean, he's had a fall from grace.
You mean it?
I think.
I don't know.
Liam Neeson's pretty cool.
No, not Liam Neeson. Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe's cool too.
Did he do something? No.
Probably. Everybody does something.
Everybody does something.
All right. Are we done with movies? What else we have? Do we have another segment? I think we do. We have an alien spotted.
Yes. There was a UFO sighting in Denver.
Where? By the airport?
Denver.
No, like...
By the scary horse?
Just like over somebody's house?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because you know the Denver airport's weird as shit.
Let's move on to cryptid news.
Oh, really?
It's literally just like some people saw a UFO in Denver.
This show sucks.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I'm unsubscribing immediately.
Stop. Hold up. Listen.
Are you fucking serious?
Hold up, mister. Okay? This is Scaredycast. We try to stick within like an hour, but we don't got a fucking time limit on the show. Producer Daddy holds up his fingers. 10 minutes, guys. So I'm like, fuck, let's get through this shit. Hey, let me remember the
That's
UFO
just
news.
a soft
And then I'm just
warning.
thinking like, you know what? It's a UFO sighting. Like, it's the same fucking
your
UFO.
show,
It's just a
man.
fucking UFO in the sky, and that's it. Like, we don't got any details about it. Somebody fucking thought they saw a UFO. Could have been a meteor. Could have been a shooting star. Who fucking knows? So I'm like, fuck it.
Could have been a laser.
Get out of here. Could have been a laser.
Was that
Could have
the
been
one
Barack Obama flying in the sky. Who fucking knows at this point? Could have been anything.
Was that the sighting from the ring cam?
No.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, we talked about that.
The ring cam?
Yeah.
With the really, really bright light?
Yeah.
Oh.
With the tall guys?
That was in Vegas.
Tall guys.
Let's talk about cryptids, y'all.
Guess what? We're going to... That was the worst. Someone do a Scottish accent right now.
For what? What am I supposed to say?
Something Scottish.
Oh, well, you got
Is
me
that
beat.
good?
No.
No? Oh, shit.
Scottish, you don't say that he's.
Thank you.
It's like that. It's great.
It's great.
All of it.
Make spears.
Okay, we're drinking Loch Ness Lager.
Loch Ness Lager.
Loch Ness Lager, and we're taking you to Loch Ness.
Oh, are we going to Loch? The Loch?
The Loch of the Ness.
The Ness Loch?
So, about a week ago, there was a lot of hype surrounding one of the biggest searches that was going to happen for Nessie, my girl Nessie.
How do we know she's a girl?
Because we just know.
You just
You know what I
assumed her
did find
gender?
out about the lake? So it's not Lake Loch Ness. It's just Loch Ness.
Well, loch means lake.
I know. I found that out.
Oh, God.
Thanks to our YouTube comments.
Oh, wow. Thanks, YouTube comments.
You could have just asked me. I already knew that.
Oh, God. Tell us, Kelsey.
I wish somebody would drown me in a loch.
There you go. I'd swim across a loch full of water to see that.
We gotta end this immediately.
Get
All
outta
right,
here.
you guys, here we go. This is gonna be the last. All right, so approximately 200 people showed up to an organized search of the Loch Ness, Lake Ness for
What does Ness mean?
it's just the name of it. Okay, it's
Oh.
like Tony.
Damn it.
It's like Lake Tony.
Oh, shoot.
So it is the biggest search that has happened in 50 years.
50.
And yeah, it's the biggest thing that's happened in 50 years.
I'm
I
making
don't
a
like
video.
this. All right. So hunters have reported to hear 4 distinctive noises while braving the horrific Scottish weather in the hunt for Nessie in Loch Ness. Unfortunately, nothing popped up. There was different things that they did, such as I think there was like radar type
Sonar?
stuff across, like sonar across
Okay.
for the lake, and different items that were much more scientific than efforts that have been happening.
So they like went all out for this one. They're like, this wasn't like the fishing boats with nets and things like that. They're like, if we're gonna look for Loch Ness, let's do it right.
We're gonna map the bottom of the lake.
Yeah.
The loch.
The loch.
We're gonna wait, what?
So that is kind of what happened, but they only stopped at 17 different locations throughout the loch where volunteers
Oh,
involved.
jeez.
I know. So originally, like, what they were making it seem like was that it was going to be this huge thing, but
Like it was gonna be the definitive search.
This is it. If
Yeah.
it's in here, we're
Yes.
getting it.
yeah.
yes. So the Loch Ness Center had joined forces with the Loch Ness Exploration to
Ooh.
carry out this hunt, which is an independent research and volunteer team. So unfortunately, nothing really popped up. There's not a ton of information.
Do we know what those 4 sounds were? Were they caught on like an underwater microphone?
What?
Just
It
whale
just
noises?
says 4 distinctive noises. So, I mean, take that with what you will.
Man.
Do you think this is backed by that guy who gave Loch Ness 1 star because he sat out all day on the beach and didn't see the monster?
Honestly,
the
a
bad
search probably
review?
never even happened. This is just a big conspiracy thing that happened from the guy that was
Oh my
1
gosh.
star.
Gives it a 1-star review, funds a huge exploration just to prove that it doesn't exist.
Loch Ness is pretty big. So for them to only stop at 17 different spots, and that this is the largest search for Nessie that has happened in over 50 years.
What I'm hearing is this guy that the billionaire, the multi-billionaire that owns Skinwalker Ranch now, he needs to get on this and start going after Bigfoot and Nessie too.
what is the company that those people just got obliterated going down to Titanic?
Oh, I
Oh.
don't remember.
I don't know.
Odyssey?
Yeah, I think so.
I'm already over the whole submarine story. That's old
But
news
they should
now.
go
I
to
don't
Loch
think,
Ness.
I don't think they should go.
Those
anywhere.
guys, they're got to be out of
It's not
business
that-
now.
It's not that.
You know how many people died? They're toast. That business is gone.
So Loch Ness is
Hear me out,
23
guys.
miles.
What if we found Nessie? They're like,
I know all
"No."
those
That'd be
people
way
died,
cooler.
but like,
That'd be way cooler.
what if we build a new submarine?
Okay, but this isn't going miles and miles and miles into the sea.
How deep
This
is the loch?
It's not that deep.
Oh, really?
I don't
Oh,
know.
really?
It's darker, scarier, and deeper
I
than you
mean,
think.
Nessie could be down there, man. I mean, these Greenland sharks, they live for hundreds of years.
Dude, for real.
Yeah, but they're in the ocean. So it's only 755 feet deep.
Just saying.
Could happen.
Yeah, maybe.
Anyways,
Maybe you should take a trip and dive down there yourself, free dive. See
I
if you can
will.
find them. You would? Would you go in? Would you really like swim in Loch Ness?
no.
No. Okay. You? No? Jacob? No? What about you, Tom? Oh, wait, I already know. You won't even
It's
look at Loch Ness from the
freezing in
shore.
I'll
Scottsdale.
swim in Loch Ness.
No, you don't even
Scottsdale.
like
It's
water.
Scotland.
I don't like the ocean.
Scottsdale, man. What can I say?
I don't like the
Jesus.
ocean. I'll go on a lake. A little
I
bit.
think a lake is scarier than the ocean.
Dude, it's black water,
I mean,
dude.
definitely too. Like, because I live up by Lake Pleasant here in Arizona, and if you live in Arizona, you know about Lake Pleasant. Like,
What's in Lake Pleasant?
dude, people die there weekly.
People,
Like,
people
it's
not only
insane.
die there, like the mafia has used it as a dumping ground for bodies,
that
which
water's
is being
nasty.
revealed because
Hell
the
yeah.
water levels have evaporated
Yeah, it's crazy out
due
there,
to
man.
something that was discussed in Birdemic.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh my God.
You're gonna have to tune into
We did
last
not
week's
just
episode.
loop this back into the pandemic. All right. Are we good on stories?
Yeah, let's get out of here.
So
get
far
outta
in
here.
2023, 8 people have died at Lake Pleasant.
Damn.
That's more than one a month. Oh, that's exactly one a month. That's very high. That's very high.
what the fuck?
And you know what? Arizona's a dangerous place. Stop coming here.
And it's
And everyone leave.
either people like get drunk and they try to go swimming and they don't understand that it's not just like a still body of water out there. Like,
Nope.
It's crazy.
There's monsters in them there
There's
waters.
monsters. I think I don't know. Did they ever get the Jason statue out of there?
Oh, I hope not.
I don't know.
That's
like,
so cool.
You remember that? Like a few years ago,
No.
somebody put like a life-size statue of Jason to make it look like he's chained down at the bottom of the lake. And they always said like they're going to remove it, but I don't know if they ever really did.
I didn't think that was in Lake
they even
Pleasant.
be
I
able
thought
to
that was in
find
a
it?
different lake.
It was. They've done it in multiple lakes, but
That
they did
makes
it Lake
sense.
Pleasant too.
Who and how and why?
Just,
Why not?
Why not?
Why wouldn't they just leave it down there?
Because they're assholes. And they don't like fun.
They're like, it's trash. Get it out of there.
We should get footage of it down in the bottom of Lake Powell and
Bowel.
Lake Pleasant and put it right next to what you have in your fish tank.
Oh, okay.
That'd
That's
be
a good
beautiful.
idea.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Let's take us out of here. Tone.
Oh my God, you guys! Thank you so much for sitting through this bullshit. I can't wait to see everybody at Scaredycon. We're gonna have so much fun. Shout out to Taproom 120 for having us here tonight.
Yeah.
Shout out to Hot Sauce and Pepper Food Truck for this mac and cheese I had tonight. It was so damn delicious.
And let's not forget our avocado lager.
I'm getting there. Shout out Pat 139 Brewing Company for this Lake Ness lager. It's delicious. I'm gonna finish it off right now.
Slurp
Take
it.
us out of here.
And
Slurp it.
shout out
Slurp
to
it.
Sanctum of Horror, who is the sponsor of Taproom 120. Thank you so much, everyone, for
Your
your
sponsor
continued
is
support.
Scaredycon.
Oh my
Oh,
goodness.
Kels, take
God,
the avocado
jeez.
lager
That's
away.
I'm
3
fucked
mistakes
up.
in like 5 minutes.
One too many
time to end.
avocado brews for you.
Time to end. We'll see y'all in a week,
Brian, take us out of here.
babes.
Take us out of here, Brian.
I'll see y'all in a week, babes. I just said it.
All right, I'll take us out of here. Just
This
end the
show
show.
sucks.